What's going on, guys? Randy here with Marinos Collectibles. Today's video, we have a bunch of keys for your entertainment. We got tons of keys. There's about, I don't know, 20, 30 books here. They're all keys. You're going to see for yourself. So if you're not subscribed, subscribe. If you don't have that bell, hit that bell so that way you know when we release all our videos. And stay tuned. Alright guys, we're getting into it. We're starting off strong with Incredible Hulk 271 in a newsstand. This came out May 1982, a Bill Mantlo story, Sal Buscema art, Al Milgrom cover, first comic book appearance of Rocket Raccoon in a newsstand. This is personally one of my favorites in this stack. I've been collecting this run for the last, I don't know, maybe month and a half. And we're gonna start off with the Witching Hour #1. This is a very nice high grade, probably about a 9.0. This came out February 1969. Denny O'Neil story, Nick Cardy cover, Alex Toth story and art, Neil Adams and Pat Boyette art. First appearance of Mordred, Mildred, and Cynthia. Awesome, awesome covering. We have Jungle Action #6 featuring the Black Panther. This came out September 1973. Don McGregor story, Rich Buckler and Klaus Janson art, Rich Buckler and Frank Giacoia cover. First Black Panther solo story, first appearance of Eric Killmonger and Prey. And Prey is his pet. We have Black Goliath, issue 1. This came out February 1976. Tony Isabella story, George Tuska and Vince Coletta art, Rich Buckler and Mike Esposito cover, origin of Black Goliath retold. Wonder Woman issue 1. Came out February 1987. Greg Potter story, George Perez and Bruce Patterson art, George Perez cover. First modern appearance of the Mascara, Gaze Girdle, Hypotyle, Ares, and the Olympian Gods. New origin. I probably murdered those names. I apologize. Yep, that's part of PC. Yes, and this whole stack is personal collection material. DC Comics presents issue 1. This is where it all started. This came out July 1987. Martin Pasco story, Jose Luis Garcia Lopez and Dan Atkins cover and art. Superman team up begins in a newsstand. We have Ultimate Comics All New Spider-Man issue 1. I did have this in a 9.8 and I sold it. So now I got back a raw copy. It's still a nice high grade. Brian Michael Bendis story, Sarah Pacelli art, Care Andrews cover, origin of Spider-Man Miles Morales. This, I believe, is an undervalued key. He is an undervalued mutant superhero. I thought the show was very well. It was trippy. You had to watch it a couple times if you didn't focus on it. But he's an Omega level mutant, and I just, let me know what you guys think. New Mutants 26. This came out April 1985. Chris Claremont story. Bill Sienkiewicz, cover and art. First full appearance of Legion, guys, in a newsstand. If you guys never seen that show, it was insane. But he's an Omega level mutant, and you know, you'll see. Fair market value, baby. New Mutants 18. We have, this came out August 1984. Chris Claremont story. Bill Sienkiewicz cover in our first appearance of New Warlock. You know I love me some Marvel Team Up, featuring Spider-Man, issue 9. Came out May 1973. Jerry Conway's story, rest in peace. Ross Andru and Frank Bell art. John Romita and Joe Sinnott cover. Love that cover. This I thought was a first print. I was excited to get it on Whatnot. I won it very, very cheap, like $3, and I couldn't believe it, but it's not. This is Batman 489, came out February 1993. Doug Monich story, Jim Aparo art, Travis Charest cover. This is the second appearance of Bane, second printing. A lot of seconds in there. Pretty cool cover. All right, here's a big boy. Everyone knows this. We got Fantastic Four 52. This came out July 1966. Stan Lee story, Jack Kirby and Joe Sinnott cover in our first appearance of the Black Panther T'Challa. This is about the 5.5. Very nice, presentable copy. Very excited to add that to the PC. We have ASM 194. This came out July 1979. Marv Wolfman story, Keith Pollard and Frank Giacoia art, Al Milgrom cover. First appearance of the Black Cat, Felicia Hardy, in a newsstand. We have Batman Adventures issue 12. September 1993, Kelly Puckett story, Mike Parobeck and Rick Burchett cover and art. First appearance of Harley Quinn in comics out of DC continuity. Excuse me. Beautiful, beautiful high grade. This is roughly about a 9.4, maybe with a press a 9.6, but very high grade, very beautiful. We're still trucking along, guys. We got Monster Frankenstein number 13. I didn't write info on that. It wasn't a key. We have Adventure Comics 381. David Michelinie story, Gene Day and Tom Palmer art. Gene Day cover. First appearance of the Planet. Oh boy. That is so funny. Never mind. I got the wrong information. I swapped the bag and I put Star Wars 68 on there. That is great. That is awesome. That is awesome. Is this their first solo story? I'm not sure. I'll put it in there. We got Saga of the Swamp Thing number 9. Saga of the Swamp Thing number 8. You know how I like my Swamp Thing. We got Luke Cage Power Man 19. Came out June 1974. Len Wein story, George Tuska and Vince Colletta art. Gil Kane and John Romita cover. First appearance of Cornell Cottonmouth. And Cottonmouth was in the Luke Cage show. We have Spider-Man Noir. Guys, how was Nicolas Cage in that show? I think he did phenomenal. Show was great. It was perfect. I liked how they mixed it up and put it in the olden days. This came out February 2009. David Hine and Fabrice Sabosky story. Carmine Di Giamencio art. Patrick Zurcher cover. First appearance of Spider-Man Noir. I definitely killed those names. We have Conan the Barbarian issue 1. Beautiful, beautiful high grade. Roy Thomas story, Barry Windsor Smith and Dan Atkins art, Barry Windsor Smith cover, origin and first appearance of Conan, first appearance of King Kull in cameo. We have Superman's Girlfriend, Lois Lane, issue 70. Came out November 1966. Leo Dorfman story, Kurt Schaffenberger cover and art, first Silver Age Catwoman appearance. Coming down to the last few, we have Witching Hour number 15. We have our second copy of Doom Patrol 99. I'm always going to grab a copy if it's the right price. This came out November 1965. Arnold Drake story, Bob Brown cover and art. First appearance of Beast Boy Garfield Logan. Later becomes the Changeling. We have Showcase 75. June 1968, Steve Skeedy's story, Steve Ditko cover and art, origin and first appearance of Hawk and Dove, Hank and Don Hall. And in the show Titans, they made it boyfriend and girlfriend who was Hawk and Dove, not brothers. And the last book, Marvel Spotlight on Star-Lord, issue 6, came out May 1980. Doug Monich story, Tom Sutton art, Bill Sienkiewicz and Joe Rubenstein cover. Origin and first comic book appearance of Star-Lord, Peter Jason Quill. And that is our haul, God. That was a fire haul. Great pickups. Let me know if you have any of those. Let me know if you want any of these in your PC that I got. Very blessed and very fortunate that I got those to add. And I'm excited. So if you're not subscribed, hit that subscription button. Comment down below. Remember, respect the hunt, collect with purpose. Until next time, guys. Peace.